Hello and welcome to TEW 2016, the branding solution, and we are here on Shockwave. And Shockwave is a couple of weeks leading up to the Royal Rumble match. We start things off with the pre-show with the Fashion Capital picking up a tag team victory. Nothing fancy here, just a solid performance from them. We move on to CM Punk defeating Dallas, who is currently back in NXT. The only way I'd let him renew his contract is if he went down to NXT to just rebrand him a bit, take him away from the main roster for a while, and see what we could do with him in a couple of months' time, if anything. And it's a 71 rating, so it shows that Bo can have good matches with the right people. We move into a tag team match where I took my risk. I did sign the Bollywood Boys, and their popularity is awful. They've got about a 1. So they are in NXT. They are going to have to earn a lot of work to get up. Blake and Murphy with a nice easy win. Tyler Breeze picks up a win over Daivari. Yeah, nothing fancy again. I seem to have gone a bit off the boil with Tyler Breeze, but that's because I have my main contender needing a rematch, so Tyler Breeze may become the next contender for the European title, but he's going to have to wait for that chance until after the Royal Rumble. The Revival beat Marshall and Ross Van Erich. Again, it's just to give the Revival a win. They need it. And I believe this might have been the main event. Nakamura defeats Rhino. No, it is not. We have Kota Ibushi and Zack Sabre Jr. defeat Wolf and Griffiths, who I do want to bring in as a potential badass brute tag team, but yeah, not sure yet. Oh, we have another one. We have TJ Perkins and Tyson Kidd defeat Noam Dar and Prince Mustafa Ali, who should be a lot better rated on this game. He got a 10. That's the worst. That's worse than the Bollywood Boys. I'm disappointed at that. So he's going to have a lot of work done. We open the show with AJ Styles coming out, cutting off his promo saying that yes, he beats everyone, and he will beat CM Punk at the Rumble, and once again be the champion. And Punk comes out with the belt, waves it at Styles and says, well, I got the belt, not you. It's going to stay with me, and I'm going to take it to WrestleMania. And you have to find yourself an opponent for WrestleMania, son. And then the Beast comes out, Brock Lesnar. He is not happy that he has been put forward to face Roman Reigns, and he says, once I beat Roman Reigns, it will be me one of you will have to deal with at WrestleMania. So, a nice build up to the whole segment. I don't want to put Brock and Roman in a storyline because you cannot use each other on different shows and I will mess it up somehow. So it's not going to happen until the night. So that's a solid enough match. Or opening to the show. We then move on to a 5-on-5 tag team cruiserweight match, where I have pretty much just thrown everybody into a match. Tommy and Pentagon Jr. are now working together. We'll say that, what the hell. Adam Bridle picked up the victory by defeating Rich Swann, who, not brilliant. It's just putting the cruiserweights together. They all deserve matches. So I'm happy. I have decided that I'm going to rebrand them back to their real names, but I'm going to do it slowly. So Andre Cool comes out and says, I'm no longer going to be Andre Cool. I am returning to be Ricochet, the one you know from all over the world. So it's just giving him a chance to rebrand himself. And then I put him into a match where he gets an easy victory. Alamis is on his way out. This may have been his last show. I think he had 9 days left, so last time I looked, but that might have been a couple of days ago. So he may have one more match that he's going to get loose. He upset the locker room pre-show by preaching about his religion. So I decided I was going to give him a defeat. I did want to feed him to Braun Strowman, but because I did the 5 and 5, I didn't quite have enough cruiserweights. I wanted to sacrifice for Ricochet. Bobby Roode comes out and he cuts his promo on how he's going to beat John Cena, and he will be the guy to face Shinsuke Nakamura at the Royal Rumble for the United States Championship. I know this sounds like I'm just shoehorning John Cena into the mid-card, but I am. I made the stipulation he cannot have title matches until SummerSlam, or at least SummerSlam. So he's going to probably be in and around the US title picture. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually let him beat Nakamura or not yet. Building up to some tag team matches, Jay Briscoe defeats Cole Anderson. I do think Jay Briscoe could be the breakout star from my tag team division, so he has to have the win. But afterwards, the whole club attacks the Briscoe brothers, sending a message that they all want that tag team titles. The Briscoes have just stolen, or they'd cashed in, so they did technically steal them from the Revival, but they did retain them in the rematch. So, yep, everything we needed it to do. Just continues the tag team storyline. We then move on to Okada defeating Apollo Crews. Yeah, solid enough match, nothing fancy here. Both of them are just on the outsides of both of their mid-card titles. I'm not quite sure which way I'm going with either of them at the moment, but I wanted to see what they were like together. John Cena and Nakamura are seen hanging out backstage, and Cena assures Nakamura it will be him that faces him at the Rumble, and he wants to see what the King of Strong Style is all about. So it's a bit like what Cena's been doing recently in real life, where he faces your Kevin Owens, your Rusevs, your Bray Wyatts, and AJ Styles, like the matches you didn't think he would have done a little while ago. We're going to see what he can do against Nakamura. That's what he's trying to big up. And Drew McIntyre gets a quick win over Goldust. Again, I'm just picking the guys who aren't really going to be used in storylines to big up Drew McIntyre, because I want to do some work with him. And he then cuts a promo on Mark Henry, saying he's beaten him. He needs a new challenger, and he's going to make sure he makes an impact in the Shockwave Royal Rumble match. As I said before, I'm potentially doing a lot of Royal Rumble matches. Randy Orton defeats Cesaro when Adam Cole distracted Cesaro. It's a really solid enough match for my liking. I do want Cesaro to get a lot better. I thought I'd put him with Randy Orton, see what we could do with those two. Good work. And afterwards, so Rusev comes out, and he and Randy Orton go head to head, squaring off. But the security have to break them up before they can get into yet another fight, because they haven't really had their full blow-off match yet. That is likely to happen at the next only pay-per-view. It didn't happen at the last pay-per-view because Randy Orton got a 4-day injury 3 days before the pay-per-view. Very frustrating. And yes, so we continue on. They'll both be in the Royal Rumble. So let's see where this goes next. The primetime players lose to the Young Bucks. Yep, you know what? the Young Bucks are actually phenomenal. They could probably be like just outside of the main event singly, let alone as a tag team. So yeah, they got to continue their wins. But afterwards, it's the Revival that come out and attack them, sending a statement to the Bucks. It's sort of teasing that they're all kind of want this tag team title match. So yeah, I'm happy. Not the best rating though. This was a match I did as a bit of a risk because I wanted to see if these two could work together. And I'm happy to say Rusev defeated Cody Rhodes with a 78 rating, which I thought is brilliant. I really stuck with Cody Rhodes. He's too big to be a mid-card title match. But he's not quite ready for a title match run. I turned him face so he could go against AJ Styles, but it just didn't work. So he's never really got into anywhere. He had a great little rivalry with Punk. So we got to work with that. AJ Styles once again cuts a promo backstage about how he will be the guy to make sure Punk is only a month-long champion. So it's just picking it up and not giving AJ Styles or Punk matches tonight. In my main event, which I'm really happy to say, got a 79. John Cena defeats Bobby Roode with the AA. And you can see John Cena got a 96 for in-ring performance, which is all I needed it to do. So yes. And we go to the next segment when Shinsuke Nakamura once again comes out, shakes John Cena's hand in acknowledgement that they will be facing each other at the pay-per-view, the Royal Rumble, because obviously Cena cannot be in the Royal Rumble, because if he wins, he technically gets a main event title match. So, ending that show, I think we'll get a high 70. We got a 79. I'm happy with that. So we'll head back to the main screen and see what other business has happened. And we are back to the main screen, so just here, it's a quiet day. TNA has got some new faces. True, I don't know who they are. Al Snow has re-signed. Let's just check the TNA roster. Who's their big hitters? They got the Hardys, MVP. Nobody too fancy, I don't think. I don't know, we're not really too worried about them. Business side, I can give him a pay rise. It doesn't matter what it says. He will be getting a pay rise. And just Scott Stamford wanting a promotion. It's not gonna happen, Scotty. And we can check the storylines quickly. More Shockwave, the Cruiserweight, the usual. A 73 for that is actually quite good. My time is slowly building up. It's Orton, Rusev. The tag team titles are nicely built up, and this one is done well. With the US title also doing well because now John Cena is involved. If I was to go and have a quick look at Shinsuke Nakamura to see how far his popularity has come since I've put him with John Cena in a couple of segments. As you can see, when I promoted him, he was only a 30. He's built up steadily and he has jumped a little bit more to the mid-50s, which is great. It's what it needed to happen. So I'm happy with that. I believe that will probably be it. Just a quick look at this. Who is hot? Just a Tami. And a few of them on there. A bit disappointing to see her. I've only just promoted her, so that will be changing soon. But that is it for this show. We'll be back with Breakdown next. So drop me your guesses on who you think will win. Thank you for watching.